Welcome to your Parent and Student Exam Guide. Let's work through this question together, step by step. Today we're looking at parallel mechanism strengtheners. This worked example is from gotestprep.com.au, Australia's leading online preparation platform for NSW Selective and Opportunity Class exams.
Okay, so here's what we're looking at. The Department of Transport is considering a low traffic neighbourhood scheme that blocks through traffic on residential side streets to encourage walking and cycling. Opponents argue that this will simply move the pollution and traffic to the main boundary roads, making the air quality worse for people living there. The lead planner replies, this assumes that the total volume of traffic is a fixed liquid that must go somewhere. In reality, traffic is elastic. When you make driving less convenient and walking safer, a significant percentage of people choose not to drive at all. Improving the local environment actually evaporates traffic rather than just moving it. Which one of these statements, if true, most strengthens the lead planner's argument? Option A is, a study of several cities found that when major bridges were closed for long-term repairs, the surrounding road networks did not see the expected massive increase in congestion, as many commuters switched to trains or worked from home. Option B is, residents living on boundary roads reported that they would support the scheme if the council installed high-tech air filtration systems in their homes. Option C is, data shows a 95% correlation between the number of cars owned per household and the distance of that household from the nearest train station. And finally, option D is, environmental experts agree that the total amount of carbon emissions in the city will remain the same unless the council also introduces a tax on high-emission vehicles. Those are all four choices. Alright, let's solve this step by step. Our strategy is to pin down the lead planner's elastic traffic theory first, then find the option that proves that mechanism with parallel evidence.
Quick plan first, then we'll work through it together. Okay, so before the steps, keep the lead planner's argument on screen. For parallel mechanism strengtheners, strip the argument to cause and effect, then find evidence that proves the same pattern in a different setting. Skip options that match the topic but not the logic, and reject anything that undermines the theory. Let us pin down the lead planner's argument. Alright, let's work through it. Step 1. Pin down the lead planner's theory. Okay, so let's pin down what the lead planner's actually claiming. Opponents assume total traffic is a fixed liquid, block side streets, and the same volume just moves to boundary roads. The lead planner says traffic is elastic, make driving less convenient and walking safer, and many people choose not to drive at all, so traffic evaporates rather than just shifting elsewhere. Right, step 2. What strengthens parallel logic? We need a statement that, if true, makes the lead planner's elastic traffic idea strongest. It should show that when a path is removed, demand for driving drops, not just moves. The best support can use a different topic if the underlying mechanism matches. Right, step 3. Why option A wins. Look at option A. When major bridges were closed for long-term repairs, surrounding roads did not see the expected massive increase in congestion. Many commuters switched to trains or worked from home. That is parallel logic. Remove a path and traffic evaporates instead of just moving. Now eliminate the rest. Option B. Residents on boundary roads would support the scheme if the council installed air filtration systems in their homes. That is a compromise, not proof that traffic evaporates. Option C. A 95% correlation between cars owned and distance from a train station. That is reverse logic. It does not show blocking a street makes drivers stop. Option D. Carbon emissions in the city will remain the same unless the council also introduces a tax. That weakens the lead planner's argument. Traffic may just be moving. Option A is our answer. Okay, so the correct answer is option A. A study of several cities found that when major bridges were closed for long-term repairs, the surrounding road networks did not see the expected massive increase in congestion, as many commuters switched to trains or worked from home. Nice work following along. If you found that helpful, visit gotestprep.com.au. We have comprehensive, lesson-by-lesson courses for NSW Selective and Opportunity Class tests, with detailed explanations so you can immediately target your weak areas, along with full timed practice tests that simulate the actual exam. You can get started for free. That's gotestprep.com.au. Link in the description.